Hey guys, it's Grimner here, and today we have a pretty interesting one, hopefully pretty short one as well. So, have you ever looked at Mao Kun and thought to yourself, what if I ran like a few hundred of these? Is it farmable, and how much money will I make? Currency, money, whatever. Uh, so today we are here to answer these questions. In the last couple of days, I've been playing PoE again for a little bit, at least, and I've run a couple hundred of Mao Kun maps. It's this one if anyone's not familiar with this one. It's basically a map where you just go in and it's a shore map and you have to find Fairgraves. He's marked on the map with an X. You find him, he appears. You click on him, everything dies on the map. And where there were mobs previously, there's ghost mobs. And when you kill specific kind of slightly differently tinted ones, you get a booty chest. Yes, booty. You get booty, actual booty in the game. And when you open the chest, it drops you currency, and Fairgraves appears after a while. You hit him, and then he disappears. He doesn't die, he just sits there for a while. So yeah, it's kind of weird sometimes. And then when you open 8 of these chests on the 8th one, you will, of course, you will actually encounter Fairgraves one last time, and you will actually kill him alongside with some other mobs. Why is this map special? Because every time you open the booty chest, it will always just drop a bunch of currency. Exalts are pretty often found in these chests. I will say, obviously, there's always your RNG, blah, 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 whatever the hell. But it usually happens pretty often. I had a couple of maps where I get multiple exalts as well. Fairgraves drops them, the booty chests drop them the most. And you also get Abandoned Wealth, I think it's called, a divination card that gives you 3 exalts per 5 cards, which is super nice. I will get into some basic stats, nothing too crazy. So, from the maps I ran, I will also put this on the screen. In general, they cost 4 chaos each, maybe 5, it depends on who's online, because you can buy them in bulk. I buy them only in bulk. Last time I bought 200 of them, which like there's some of these are from that, and then like 80, and then another bunch at the same time. So it's actually really easy to buy them, and they're very cheap. So they cost 4 to 5C each. I count them as 5C just for the sake of it. And my stats were as follows. My average profit per map was 0.2x, which doesn't sound super great, but 0.2x for a map that you can probably run in 4 minutes or less is pretty good. And that adds up to about 3 exalts per hour. So you can run about 15 of them with my slow build. As you can see, like this is my speed. This is my normal speed. Yeah, this is me with Quicksilver, but it's a reduced duration. So actually I'm usually just running around like this. So I'm very slow. If you run this with like a very fast character, I reckon you can cut it under like 3 minutes, and that would make it like 4 or 5x per hour probably. And yeah, it's great. One more thing that is actually really awesome with this is it's super easy. I'm talking also about the tier 16 ones. I ran a bunch of lower ones, and it's kind of all over the place. I think I've got only 1x in any of the lower ones, and I've run like 100 of them. All the other currency drops as normal, but exalts just don't seem to drop, and I think the only one I got was like from a random mob or something. So I think that actually tier 16 is just the best one. Also, experience is not bad, and they're so easy. Like, I don't know. I think you can pretty much just roll through them even with like a 500k DPS character. So if you are a newer player or something and you just want to make some easy and pretty quick money, this is really good for you. Just buy a bunch of Mao Kun tier 16 maps. You can buy lower ones, try them out. Maybe your luck differs from mine, but I don't know. From my experience, it really seems like the tier 16s are just way better. All the other currency as well, and the cards also seem to drop there a little bit more. On average, I was dropping about 2 exalts per 1 abundant wealth card, so the div cards are like not really that big of a income point for any of this, but it's still nice that each card costs 100C, so when you drop 1 or 2, it's just some little bit of extra profits. So yeah, that's like pros: fast to run, super easy, very cheap, can buy them in bulk, like a lot of them, because some people have like 50, 100 plus of them. Also, one of the pluses is you will often get missions, you know, like Alva, beasts, all of that stuff, and it's red, so obviously you will save a lot of them up for your further farming endeavors, whatever. Cons: one of the cons is that sometimes it's kind of difficult to find the last chest because there's like maybe one monster that you haven't killed and you have to decide you leave it alone or you pursue the last chest, because it kind of feels bad if you leave it there. It's like, oh, maybe I would drop an exalt from there. Oh no. In general, probably you should just leave it alone and just go on the next map. It's too cheap. The maps are too cheap for you to just run around the map for like 3 minutes looking for one chest that will probably drop you like 2 chaos. Don't do it. Whatever. Just leave, start a new map, run again, do your stuff. What are the other cons? Actually, not much. I mean, the con is the profit, I guess, also for some people, because like 3, 4, 5 exalts per hour is not like the best at this point. But also, I would say that in the beginning, like early league, this would be even better, because you're just dropping raw exalts for yourself. You're dropping all kinds of other currency, and plus it's a tier 16 map, so you get a bunch of items, and you have kind of multiple bosses, so you get a bunch of uniques, tier 16 rares, you get influenced maps, you know, all the good stuff. So yeah, I would say it's totally worth it if you kind of don't have much to do and maybe just want to try out something a little bit different than, you know, the usual farming of like regular maps or logbooks, whatever. Give this a try. It's totally a thumbs up for me. I think I will run a few hundred more of these and, you know, to see what happens, and I will post my findings on this video as a pinned comment, I think, you know, just to give you a little bit of an update, just because maybe my luck was just really crazy for those 200-ish maps that I ran of these tier 16s. Who knows, right? So yeah, this is a good thing. So yeah, about also the video that I kind of promised on the Saint maps. I don't know, maybe I will make it, but I don't know. I get bored of the Saint maps a little bit because it is kind of overwhelming sometimes. You don't get anything good for a long time, even though they're not super expensive. It still kind of sucks. So yeah, I'll keep you updated on it. Maybe I'll make the video if I decide to run a little bit more of them, or just feel like making a video on something that is interesting to me and maybe for you guys as well. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one, and leave your questions in the or suggestions in the comments below if you have anything you want to know about these maps. So yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.